My recipe is simple and not too time consuming, and yet everybody gets super excited when I tell them I'm making homemade chapatis to go with our curry for tea. Warm, soft, lightly charred chapati, they're the perfect vessel for mopping up that curry sauce. This is a simple dough with no prooving and they only take 40 minutes to make. I love to make them while my curry's bubbling on the stove. So let's get cooking. We're going to start by making the dough. Place 150 grams or 1 1/4 cups each of wholemeal flour and plain all-purpose flour in a large bowl, along with 1 teaspoon of salt, and mix it all together. If you haven't got a stand mixer, then don't worry, you can make this dough by hand. But I've had this mixer in the corner of my videos for the last 6 months and it's about time I used it. So next we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of oil. We're also going to add in some hot water. Now I've got 210 ml, which is about 3/4 of a cup of hot water here. And we're going to start off by adding about 3/4 of that to the flour. Add the water and mix with a dough hook or by hand. Add more of the water as necessary until you've got a soft dough that comes together like this. Now you might not need all of the water to get a nice smooth dough. That's why we're adding just a little bit in at a time. Now we're going to knead the dough for about 8 to 10 minutes. You can either do that in your mixer with the dough hook or you can do it on a lightly floured surface by hand. Once kneaded, divide the dough into 10 equal pieces and roll each piece into a ball on a lightly floured surface. Now we're going to roll each of those balls out using a rolling pin until they're as thin as a tortilla. Place each chapati on a piece of baking parchment to make transfer into the pan easier. Okay, now we're ready to cook. We're going to brush a large pan with a little bit of oil and heat it over a really high heat. We want these chapati to cook in about a minute, so the pan needs to be really hot. So brush a little bit of oil in a large frying pan or a flat griddle and then heat over a high heat until hot. Now add 1 chapati to the pan and cook for 30 to 60 seconds until charred brown spots start to appear. Then turn the chapati over and cook the other side until those little charred spots start to appear. Transfer to a plate and place in the oven on its lowest setting to keep warm whilst you fry up the rest of them. Repeat with the remaining chapati, brushing the pan with a little bit of oil each time before cooking. Serve these homemade chapatis up with your favourite curry. I'm serving mine with a really tasty lamb bhuna. Check it out here. See you next time.